It took us long enough, but we have finally watched The Odyssey, directed by Christopher Nolan, and this is our review.
We won the war.
As you all know, we were really excited for this one, and it ended up taking us a lot longer to watch it than we thought it would, but it truly didn't disappoint. We have not been able to stop thinking about this film, and every single moment I'm reminded of another thing I loved about it. It's just, It was just incredible.
Yeah, we watched it yesterday, and like when we got back, we were just talking about it for ages and ages, and then like Poppy said, we just talked about one scene, and then after that we just speak about another one, and then that would remind us of something else. And it's endless.
Yeah.
The list is absolutely endless of amazing things to talk about this. So this video could be about 3 hours long, just like The Odyssey, but we'll keep it short for you. We don't want to bore you too much. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that you just keep talking about it because there's so many things about this film that made it amazing and such a great experience watching this on the big screen. And we'll try and talk about a few of them now. So this is a spoiler review, so if you've clicked this video and you haven't seen it, if you don't mind spoilers, then stick around. But if you do mind spoilers, then I'd advise you go away and maybe watch it first and then come back to this video.
First and foremost, for a 3-hour film, I would argue this is the quickest paced 3-hour film I've ever seen. I would also argue that it felt shorter than some hour-and-a-half films.
Definitely.
Because Nolan he did something, I don't know, he just injected this film with so much passion and detail and pace, like it flew.
It did. It had the perfect amount of like characters, the perfect, like you said, perfect pacing, the soundtrack to it. I'm not going to start listing too many things because there's stuff to delve into, but yeah, no, it just had the best pace to it. Like you said, it felt 3 hours flew by. We've seen some shorter films that just drag and drag, but yeah, this was 100% not one of them. I think we all spoke about it yesterday about how like it just didn't even feel like there were filler scenes. It just felt like there was something happening in every scene. Like, it's a 3-hour film. Some people are going to need some toilet breaks, but it feels like there are no toilet breaks in this film. I mean, that might just be our opinion, but for us, I feel like every scene is crucial in that. Every scene, you don't really want to miss it because, you know how much work has gone into every single shot of that film, and you don't want to like, you don't want to be disrespectful, being like, look, you made all of this film, you made it this amazing, like, the least we could do is just sit here for 3 hours and hold our wee in. Right.
Something that we were talking about Nolan is that he's one of those directors who doesn't try to hold and hog the limelight. He brings in people and collaborators and actors and everything to enhance the project and make it feel so incredible. He doesn't just make it the Nolan show. And I think, I'm not going to name any directors, but there are a few out there who do definitely scream, this is my project. But Nolan feels like someone who he loves the collaboration of it all, you know? Having Ludwig Göransson as his composer now is just...
perfect.
Yeah, it's so good. You just can't fault it.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things. Obviously, we see Christopher Nolan's name everywhere. We see his name's on the posters, on the trailer. So we're obviously aware that he's not trying to hide credit for himself.
Yeah.
But, like Poppy said, it's the collaboration process. It's the idea of bringing in people that are so uniquely talented in their own craft, in their own individual section of filmmaking, that they bring something new to the project. Like you said, some directors have a vision. They're like, this is my vision for the script, and that's what is going to be the final product. I want everyone to match my vision and nothing else. Whereas Nolan does feel like one of those directors that absolutely brings in. He loves to be challenged. He loves to be like part of the collaboration, like Hoyt van Hoytema.
Yeah.
As the cinematographer, he's just incredible. The cinematography is so beautiful in this film, but he brings that like beauty to the screen. Obviously, we know Nolan's directing these shots, but his cinematography is stunning. Ludwig Göransson on the music, some completely different music than you'd expect for a film like this, but that's what makes this film stand out and why it just felt so fucking cool. Like some of those scenes, There's like one scene in particular where he's like talking to the dead and everything. Matt Damon, that is. Well, not Matt. You shut up. The music over that scene was absolutely incredible. I fucking loved that so much. It just made the scene feel so different. Along with the very haunting performance from Elliot Page in that scene, I really loved that. That scene where he's conversing with them, and it's just, like I said, haunting.
Speaking of haunting, this was the closest thing we have to a horror from Nolan. We've seen that he really wants to make one. He definitely can. I don't think I've actually been as uncomfortable as when the Cyclops was on the screen. It was crazy. The character design for it, the noise, what was the decibel? It was 127 or something.
125, I think.
Something like that.
The Dark Knight had 127, 128.
Yeah.
But it was one of the loudest screams in cinema.
It just shakes you to your core. I think that's the thing with this film. You feel everything here for 3 hours straight, and it just gets more and more intense. You feel every emotion.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, no, that whole scene was incredible. I mean, I'd seen images of the practical Cyclops puppet and everything, but seeing it fully animated like that in the show, where I loved the design of the eye. Like I said to you last night, I'm so glad it wasn't just a normal eye in the middle of the forehead. I loved the way it was on its side with the nose kind of turned. That's what I mean. There's so many fucking incredible people that worked on this film, and it's just, this film just felt like Nolan found his group. He found his crew, and everyone brought their own talents into the mix, and what happened was they just created this masterpiece together.
Yeah. There's just so much to talk about. Every time I pause for a second, I'm and this and that. Like
I said, this could be 3 hours long. We're going to try and just hit the main points, but we'll probably kick ourselves after, because we'll be talking about, oh shit, how do we not talk about that? There are some incredible performances in this film. Ones that you wouldn't expect as well. I mean, not that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But I mean, not from the main cast as well, from some supporting actors and stuff in this film. They just come in and absolutely steal their scene, and it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Let me just list a few. I say I'm going to list a few, but I will just mention a couple. Two of the ones that really stood out as you weren't expecting it, but they really stole a lot of their scenes, and that is John Leguizamo, bloody Sid the Sloth, coming in with some amazing acting, and Samantha Morton. Samantha Morton was incredible in her scenes. Just made you feel everything. But obviously you had Matt Damon's performance was obviously amazing too. Robert Pattinson was so hateable, which is so funny because we love Robert Pattinson, but to be able to be that hated in a film means his performance must have been incredible. Anne Hathaway,
she was
incredible as well.
Zendaya was really, 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 really strong, considering she didn't have lines
she didn't
necessarily.
Have a lot, but
it was all in the face, and she was so good.
She's very good at that calm and composed acting. Playing MJ and Spider-Man probably really helps with that. Tom Holland was definitely, he was really good, but it felt a little jarring having just watched Spider-Man Brand New Day, because they were very different roles. Oh my god, I could just be here all day listing how many great performances there were, but you get the gist. There were some amazing performances in this. I'd like to see this get nominated for a fair few.
Yeah, I imagine it will.
The Oscars and stuff next year, but we'll see.
One of the highlights of this film for me was the unexpectedness of how it's basically about morality and war, and it's all and all the guilt and the sin, and it's really good, really, really, really well made. It started off with the whole Matt Damon saying about the Cyclops, and everyone's saying, why don't we just talk to it? And he's would you talk to an ant? And it's this whole thing of your world gets kind of turned upside down when you realise that you're not really anything and you can't really control anything, and then humans become bitter and they just do more and more things. It's crazy. That monologue that he does at the end of the film, where it does the flashback to the Trojan horse, I was sobbing.
It adds.
It really got me.
It adds so many more layers to the film. It makes it so rewatchable as well. But like, it could have just been the ending. He rocks up and he's just like, "Hey everyone,
Yeah.
I'm back." But like, it doesn't do that. He just like comes back and he's a shell of a man.
Yeah.
And obviously that plays its part with the way that he gets told about how to return home. Don't just walk in the door and expect to be greeted with open arms. So I love that kind of played its part in the end. Love all the stuff about morality. The reveal of why Zendaya is his vision of Athena.
I've got goosebumps
So
again.
good. So good. When that happened at the end, I was just like, oh my God, that's incredible. I love that little detail. The fact that that's the visualization he has in his head of the beheading of the Athena statue with the beheading of Zendaya's character in that. I know Nolan likes practical, but he didn't behead Zendaya, don't worry. But yeah, no, just the accumulation, the putting the connection that he's put with that moment in his life, with his visualization of Athena is so powerful, so incredible. Great little detail, one of my favourite little details in that, to be honest.
One of my favourite details was the dog. And it's like, I mean, that is another thing that made me sob. And it was just like the way his tail was just wagging and stuff when he saw him come back. And the look Tom Holland gives is probably one of my favourite Tom Holland scenes in this film. When he clocks it and he realises that's his father, like,
Tom
goosebumps.
Holland's silent acting is like so strong. And there was a lot of that in this film, which was like his best parts. But there's just too much to talk about with this film. Well, we've talked about cinematography, we've talked about the soundtrack and how good Ludwig Göransson is. We talked about the collaboration and how Nolan sort of brought this amazing team together that's somehow put this masterpiece together. The performances, some of the meanings behind things, and how it just adds so many more layers to the film. What are we missing here? A lot.
We're missing so much. We're going to smack ourselves in the faces when we realise.
It's just brutal. It was an absolutely brutal film, like in the best way. Seeing, like we were talking about, like getting home afterwards and stuff. It was like, makes our journey getting home seem a lot like less stressful when you've just watched that journey home. All the sea stuff is just puts you right in it. We were talking about watching this in 4DX or something.
I can't imagine that feels good to watch that film in 4DX. I'd be so sick.
The siren scene as well was amazing. It was so like atmospheric, and Matt Damon was great in that scene.
The build up to that bow scene, where oh my God, it like proper just like
never
tense.
Thought I'd feel the noise of a bow being plucked being like one of the most satisfying noises I've ever heard, but they did it. Yeah, no, so satisfying. That whole scene was satisfying,
and
to be fair.
The ending scene was like Lord of the Rings, when they're going off into the west.
Sailing off into the west.
My God.
Yeah, I really hope you haven't watched this if you haven't seen the film, because we did just like spoil so much there. But like I said, warned you at the start, the spoilers are in the title. I'll put it in the description. Just going to try and warn people. But we just thought, we are late to the party right now.
Yeah,
this film came out a couple weeks ago. Like, scheduling conflicts meant that we didn't go, like, as soon as we, like, were going to. But it was worth the wait.
It really was.
That's why we're doing a spoiler review, because, like, if we'd done it on opening day, we probably wouldn't have done a spoiler review, because some people might want to see a review before they go in and watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you hold our opinion that valuable, but, like, I'm just... Yeah, nah. A lot of you would have watched it by now, so that's why we wanted to talk about it in depth, because, there's no way that we were not going to be able to spoil this film, like, right now. There's too many good things to talk about. In the comments, just say what your favourite part of the film was. Like, talk about anything, like, stuff that we've missed here, or you want to, like, just second one of our opinions. Just let us know what your favourite parts were. Or whether you even liked this film. Some of you may not have liked this film. There's a lot of noise around this film online beforehand. I was like, why is everyone trying to hate everything so much? Can we not all just like appreciate cinema and appreciate film? Because this film was incredible.
It was.
Like, why are people trying to find holes in everything? Come on now.
I think we'll have even more to say once we've rewatched it, which we are very much planning to do as soon as we can.
Yep.
I have never felt like that before when I've left the cinema. Like, I'm sat in my seat and I'm like, again, please. I don't want this feeling to go away.
Let's do this again right now. Yeah, and I wonder where it fits in our ranking Christopher Nolan films, because we spoke about it. We're like, where are we going to put this? I think I know where I'd put it.
Right behind Interstellar?
Right behind Interstellar.
Yeah.
Right now, I think it's up there.
I need a rewatch.
One of my favourites. Can't really compare it to everything just yet because we've only seen it once.
Yeah.
But right now, I'd put it up in second place, just behind Interstellar. But after a rewatch, or 3, 4, 5 rewatches, it might even be above Interstellar. It might go down. Who knows? But right now, I'm going to put it in the second spot.
Yeah.
Because it deserves it.
That was our review for the Odyssey. As you can tell, we had not a single bad thing to say, and we could talk for absolutely hours. This film just had everything, and we couldn't have asked for a better film, honestly.
Well, thank you so much for watching this. Don't know if this was just a bunch of rambling from a couple people that just really enjoyed a film. If it is, I hope it's entertaining enough. Yeah, like I said, let us know what you thought of this film. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.